Going on YouTube, electronic mechanic here. Quick video. Working on a 2013 Ford Taurus Sho with the Ecoboost V6, and it has the PP package, performance package. So the PTU unit has a drain plug. So I drained it, and the PTU also has a vent hose that snakes its way up here, and it's down next to the engine. And it has a little breather cap on it that looks like a little air filter piece. Basically, it looks like this. This is it. It says Gore on it, but it's a little thing. It's just a barb fitting. Well, if you can find that, here's the front of the car. It's down here, and it's down below in this area down there. And it's just sitting up next to the motor. What I did was I took a piece of hose and a barb fitting and I extended it so that it comes up here. There's another barb fitting here. But what I'm going to do is when I'm done filling it, I'm going to take this barb here out and put this little filter back in that. And having that vent tube extended is not going to hurt anything. But that's how you fill the PTU the easy way. Now, it takes fluid very slowly at that point, but it beats removing the cats and trying to take out the temp sensor to fill the case. This way, it'll take you about 20 minutes to get the fluid in there, but it beats having to tear apart other stuff. You just got to have some patience. Just a little FYI for you Ford Taurus Sho people with the PP package where the PTU actually has the drain plug, which is awesome. So I'm going to change this fluid every oil change just to be sure. Thanks. All right, here we are under the car for draining of the PTU. And right there's the PTU box. You can see the axle coming out of the side with that yellow thing. This right here is the drain plug for the PTO box. And there's no fill. Well, the fill on this box would be taking out the temp sensor, but that's a nightmare on this car since this is the PP performance package. Just drain it there. It's an Allen key. Let's see here. It's quarter inch Allen key. Stick that in there. And then what I did was, since there's not enough room to get a ratchet in it, I mean, you could use a regular L-shaped Allen key and get to it. But what I did was I stuck this in there and then took this quarter-inch wrench and put it right here on the socket. And that allowed me to back it out and tighten it up. Because there's no room to fit a ratchet on the back of this here. But you can use a regular standard Allen key if that's all you have. Just one of these standard Allen keys and quarter-inch. That'll do the job. And then just fill it at the top, like we did. And you'll be good to go. Every 30,000 miles. Now, if you change your fluid in this and it's really dirty, I suggest changing it for the next few oil changes to try to flush that box out of all that nastiness. That's the only thing really you can do to try to clean it out. And like I said, cheap insurance. Thanks, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already and like the video. I do all kinds of different things like this, so hopefully you like it. One more video for this. Ford doesn't recommend changing the fluid in this until recently. They changed their minds because of so many failures. They actually want people to change the fluid in this PTU case every 30,000 miles. The one in this car has 120,000 miles. It's never been changed. So I actually flushed the case 4 times with automatic transmission fluid because the oil that came out of it was like tar. The case isn't making any noise, but I flushed it 5 times with ATF, and it got cleaner and cleaner each time. So I'm going to fill it this time with the gear oil, and then I'm going to go 6,000 miles. I'm going to change the motor oil, and I'm going to change the T-case oil, or not, it's a T-case, but the PTU fluid again. And then I'm going to keep doing it at every oil change until it satisfies me with the cleanliness of the case. So just a little info for this. I'm gonna show you. I want to show you how slow this goes in. It's in there. Sometimes wiggling the funnel, moving it around, helps get it to take it in a little faster. But you really just have to have patience. That's really all there is to it. But it's the easiest way I found is extend the vent line for the PTU and fill it through the vent line. And that's the reason it takes it slow, is because you're using the air vent that would displace the air when you're pouring fluid in to put the fluid in. But it'll burp, it'll eventually burp and suck it in, and it just takes a while. So time is easy. All that other stuff is hard. Removing the catalytic converter is very hard. You run the risk of breaking lots of exhaust bolts, and it's just not worth it. Drain it and fill it through the vent line. And that's what I'll do. And the other ones that don't have a drain, you need a tool to suck the fluid out, a fluid extractor, and fill it that way. And just change it often. It's cheap insurance. What is it, like $15 a bottle for the oil? And it only holds, a little less than a quart. So just change it. Do yourself a favor and change it often. Keep your car on the road. All right. So after I got done filling the PTU with the just under 0.6 of a quart of the the 9140 full synthetic, I believe that's what it is. It's this stuff here, 75-140 full synthetic. After I got done filling the PTU with that, which, like I said, it takes just under 0.6 of a quart. Here's the vent line here. This is the little breather that goes on it. Make sure that it's not clogged. This one was. So basically I just gutted it so it'll just breathe. And if fluid comes out, big deal, it'll wash off. But I zip tied it here to this. And I put a zip tie on here so it doesn't pull off the line. But that line there goes down, and it's got a barb fitting to the existing line that goes down to the vent for the PTU. So that's how you fill the PTU. Now that this car is mine, I'm going to change this PTU fluid on the next oil change, and every oil change after that, until it starts looking the way I want the oil to look when I drain it. It's cheap insurance to not have to replace that box. And since this has a drain and that's the new fill, it's easy.